Folks, some agents and mortgage brokers are telling you better buy now and scaring you into buying. I'll get into that, and then the latest home prices and insights for the Peel and Durham region for week ending November 20th, 2024. It's all over social media. Buy now before it's too late. Buy now while prices are still low because the boom is coming. And you see it. Lots of realtors are talking about it. Again, it's all over social media, it seems. Mortgage brokers are talking about it, and people are starting to buy into this. They'll quote things like, this October, activity picked up so much, it's better than last month and better than previous Octobers, and hey, we're there, we've made it, we are now going the other way, they're talking about, and they'll put pressure on you. They're talking about these lower interest rates. We're there, we got over the hump, and now, yeah, great, rates are lower, lots of relief for a lot of people, and there's rumor that they're expected to come down further still. But none of that is guaranteed. But anyways, lots of realtors, mortgage brokers are on that bandwagon, convincing you now is the time to buy. The problem with that is it's all speculation. It's all to create the fear of missing out, FOMO. And we've seen this movie. We know how it ends. There's going to be many people that will buy into that and actually go out and buy properties maybe sooner than they should, and they're going to be hurt. They're going to run themselves into some financial problems because we've seen this before. My advice to you is this. If it makes sense to you, buy. If it doesn't make sense to you, don't buy. And I mean financial sense. You got to block out all of the noise that's out there about prices are going to do this and they're going to do that, and this spring market is going to be it's going to be a big boom in prices. We don't know. There's all sorts of things happening in real estate right now. Yes, interest rates have come down. It's a relief for a lot of people. Awesome. Activity, October did pick up, but activity's been suppressed for a while now, right? And I'm not saying one way or the other. It's just because it's so hard to predict exactly what's going to happen. There are new mortgage rules that lots of people are quoting, and when I say people, mostly mortgage brokers and realtors, quoting in social media how, yeah, you can get more and they're making homes affordable. No, not really. What these mortgage rules have done is allow you to actually qualify for more money is what they're doing. They haven't made prices lower. They're giving you more debt. And some buyers will be able to manage that and be okay, but many others are going to get themselves into trouble because of that. So we don't know how all this is going to play out. These mortgage rules haven't even taken into effect yet, and lots of people are banking on them that this is the savior to our real estate industry. There's opportunities only if it makes sense to you. So block out the noise. I know even your neighbor is telling you, hey, it's coming, because they're listening to all the noise. Block out the noise. If financially it makes sense for you and your family to buy, then buy. If it doesn't, then don't. Don't worry about anything else. If it's time to sell and you feel now's the right time to sell, ask around, get advice, selling, buying, gather the information you need that's important to you, but don't get caught up in the noise, because that wave is the wave that takes people to trouble. If you feel this video can help somebody please pass it on. If you like the content, do me a favor, just hit the subscribe button. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. There's a link to my calendar here, another one below this in the description. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Here we go, folks. We're going to be focused on this show on Mississauga, Brampton, and the Durham region. For Durham, we're using Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby as the Durham sample, and all the data is only for detached properties. Here's a quick summary of average sold price. I put a line here. Everything on this side of the red line is basically the fall market. Beginning of the fall market, where we are now for week ending November 20th, not a lot has changed when it comes to average sold prices. When we look a little closer, sure, we'll say average prices are trending up, trending down, but not by much. There's been very little change in average prices from when we started the fall season to where we are now. We're going to start off with Mississauga. 32 detached properties have sold for week ending November 20th. 3 of those were at $2 million or more. Sales are trending down. They're not in a lot of areas. They're actually maintained quite steady. They're flat where sales are right now. But we do expect them to start trending down at some point as we head into, especially it gets a little colder, we head into the Christmas season. Sales will come down. We see it every year. Maybe they've started already here in Mississauga. So 32 were sold. Average sold price down from the previous week to it's now $1,459,000. But since the beginning of October, average prices look like they've been trending up. Compared to last year, 1,459 is 9% higher versus the same time a year ago. The median price is 2% higher. The dotted line, that's a 4-week moving average, and it does show average price and median price trending up. Average price trending up a little bit more than median. Median price is a bit more flat. 32 were sold. 31% sold at list price or more. So 10 of the 32 sold at list price or more. Year to date, if we compare the sales this year from January 1st to November 20th, this year versus last year, we have 3.5% more sales this year versus last year. And that's just for detached Mississauga only. 86 were listed. So listings are trending down. Active listings, not by a lot, but fewer, almost on a weekly basis. Active listings is becoming lower. Months of inventory looks like it's climbing. We're at 4.9 months of inventory. And I say that a bit shocked because it kind of looks like average prices maybe creeping up a bit. Well, that's kind of the opposite that happens. When months of inventory go up, prices tend to come down. It's not an exact science, and sometimes there's a delay in the process, but this is something that makes me wonder, are we going to see a change in price or are we going to see a change in months of inventory? Obviously, we're going to keep watching and reporting to you every single week. Here's Brampton. 55 detached properties were sold. One of those was at $2 million or more. Now, earlier for Mississauga, sales look like they're starting to come down. Not for Mississauga. They seem kind of flat. 55 seems kind of normal. That's for the whole fall period. Week ending September 11th, we sold 54. So 55, kind of normal, pretty steady for the whole fall season so far. Average sold price is $1,160,000. Looking at this chart, I would say average prices look like they're overall trending down, but we'll take a look at the 4-week moving average in a second. Compared to last year, 1,160 is 3% higher. The median price is 8% lower. Here's the 4-week moving average, and both median and average price are trending downwards. Not aggressively, but they're trending down. 55 were sold, 25%, a quarter of those sold at list price or more. So 14 out of the 55 sold at list price or more. If we compare year to date, this year versus last year, we have 2.4% fewer sales this year versus a year ago. Listings trending down, active listings trending down, months of inventory trending down, 3.3 months of inventory. Here's the Durham region. Again, to remind you, Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby are the cities I'm grouping together as my Durham sample. 42 detached properties were sold. No property sold at $2 million or more. 42. Over the fall period, it's quite normal actually, pretty steady. So 42 were sold. Average sold price up from the previous few weeks. It's now at $1,104,000. Really tough to gauge the direction. Our average prices are a bit all over the place right now. Compared to last year, 1104, it's a little bit lower. Rounded, it's a 0% change, but it is a little bit lower than where it was this time a year ago. The median price is 6% lower. 42 were sold, 16 of those, so 38%, sold at list price or more. January 1st to November 20th this year, we have 4.3 more sales than what we had this time last year for the same period. Listings coming down. Active listings, fewer properties are out there for sale. Still quite a bit based on what we're selling, but it's trending down. Months of inventory, pretty steady. We're at 2.3 right now. The previous few weeks, 2.4, 2.3, 2.5. So we're at the top end of a seller's market, getting closer to a balanced market in the Durham region. Here's a quick summary. It's pretty much a balanced market in most areas. It's a little bit more aggressive in the Durham region, but still, it's not heavy seller's market. It's more closer to a balanced market than anything else. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.